Google Sites Review in 2021. Is it still a good website builder, or should you go with the more popular alternatives such as Wix? Hey guys, today I'm going to be talking all about the Google Sites web builder and if it's still a good website developer, or should you opt for the more customizable and more product packed or feature packed website developers like Wix or GoDaddy or any of the other alternatives. So let's get into it. First off, I'm here at my Google Sites page, and you can see I have created 2 websites using Google Sites. Let's just open these websites to show you guys what Google Sites can really do, what the platform looks like, what kind of customization it provides, and in comparison, how does it stack up to its competitors. Now you can see over here, Google Sites has a generally very easy to use interface. You can see on the right, you have everything you need to insert. All of your work is going to be done from this right section. And on the basic work area, you can change the edit, you can change the font, color, size of your text. You can also change your images, your header types, and you can insert pages from the right side and add more pages to your website. Now, a good thing about Google Sites is that if you're a beginner, it is a very friendly to use interface, just like all of Google's products, and it does provide you with free web hosting and web domain names. So that's a very large plus point that you're not going to have to pay for it. So you can see it doesn't allow you a lot of customization. So if you were to extend this like that, it's not going to let you do that. And on website developers like Wix, you can actually customize to your imagination. So you can even extend this box past the actual web page that is available to work on. And some might think that's a negative point, but that's just something to showcase the customization that is available on Wix. Now, if you take a look at the website and generally what you can do, you can't just take an image and drag it somewhere, okay? You can't really move it to like a corner like that. You have to resize it, and you have to make sure it fits with the general categories that you've placed or the insertions that you've made. So you're going to have to click on insert, and then you're going to have to add this, and then you're going to add more images over here. You can't just add it to this block itself, and that's a very large limitation, especially if you're someone that's very used to creating websites and you want to make things according to your own personal needs or the personal needs of your business. Now, but in terms of ease to use, you can create your website in under 5 minutes using Google Sites. And I'm just going to even show you guys. You can go on in the template gallery and select a template, or you can just start from blank. I'm just going to take a template. And I'm going to show you guys how easy it is to use Google Sites, because the utility it provides plus the overall Google platform is its biggest pro. And that's why a lot of people that are starting out really prefer Google Sites, because Google Sites is very simplistic. It's not going to make you create new accounts. You're not going to have to link all your other accounts to this. It's going to be all integrated. You're just going to log into your Google account, and then you have your Google Sites opened up. You're not going to have to create a separate account. You're not going to receive any separate emails, and that's a large issue now. So people do prefer Google Sites for these simplistic things. Now, if you were to just customize this little website to your own, so you could just add your website name. Let's just say we are a photography channel, like so. And now you can see just the limitation of Google Sites. So I added text that was too long, and now it's going to cut it out. And these kind of simple mistakes could be avoided just by having some easy to use text boxes. But because Google is so nitpicky and they want to keep a certain feel, that's why this kind of customization isn't available. You're going to have to change your overall navigation bar to make sure that your text actually fits. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take this text, and you can see you don't have a direct editing option over the text, so you're going to have to actually change it from the right side over here. And that's just going to be a lot more work than you actually opted for. Now, if you take a look below, however, it's very simple and easy. I'm just going to add, whatever your email address is, your phone number, social media handles. And if you were to add more pages, so let's just say this is your portrait studio sport. So if you were to add pages about it and click on this plus icon at the bottom, you can see over here, and it's going to say new page. And you can add a custom path to it, so the custom URL, so where a person needs to click to reach this, or you can just have it as a simple click on page. So we're going to add the names of all these, like so. It's showing up at the top header bar. You can see over here, all our pages are going to show over here. So let's just say I'm going to add a contact us page, like so, and then you can just click on your basic studio page or the basic work home page. And you can also duplicate your page. So if you want to replicate this page, you're just going to do that. And then you're going to have another exact copy of your page. Now you can also remove these from the header, and you can also add a different kind of header. So you can add your general website name. So we're going to add photography. Now you can see if I were to move this text over here at the bottom, it's not going to let me do that. It's going to make sure that the text is centered and where the block is supposed to be. It's not going to let me drag text according to whatever my graphic design might be or whatever might I want to do. That's not just something you can do on Google Sites, and that's one of the greatest limitations that I feel in comparison to other website builders. Overall, it's a good website builder if you're getting started, but there are some competitors that do stack up a bit better than Google Sites. Now, some of the competitors like Site123 really do hold their weight against Google Sites. Now, Site123 is really easy to use as well. The platform is just as simple as Google Sites, but they do provide a better template form, you could say. They provide better guidelines. They allow for some really, efficient changes to create. The only downside on Site123 is that the domain name that you're going to get for free is going to be very unpretty. So you're going to have to beware of that. So if you have purchased your own domain name, or if you already own a domain name, then I think you should go for Site123 instead of Google Sites. But it's totally up to you. If you find the designs on Google Sites good for you, if you think that they suffice your need and they really fulfill whatever purpose you need your website for. And I'm not saying that the designs are bad. I'm just saying that the designs sometimes can be a bit lackluster, and sometimes you need the designs to be different. You need them to be something that is out of the box, that isn't something that others can replicate, or that isn't something that has been done before. And on Google Sites, that's exactly what you're going to get. You're going to get a very standard looking website, but it's going to be very safe. It's going to be very stable. It's never going to go down. You're not going to face any issues with it. But you do have to take into consideration that Google Sites does not allow you to have your own store. So for your Google Sites, you probably will opt to add your Ecwid store or Shopify store and link it to your Google Site website. So that's also something that you should take into consideration while creating your website. So if you want to create your e-commerce platform, you're going to have to keep it separated from Google Sites. And that's just another fancy way of saying that you're going to have to create two websites, one specifically for your merchandise and one for your overall brand. Now, I hope you guys found this video helpful and you're able to choose whether or not you should be using Google Sites or any of the other website builders. And I'll catch you guys in the next video.